The November election is now less than a month away, and U.S. Senate candidates are gearing up for a debate tomorrow night. Now, this comes as they seek to court a key group of voters with a unique set of issues on their minds. 13 News Science political reporter Josh Albertus tells us how the votes of seniors could be key in this race.
Here in Michigan, the state's population skews older than many other parts of the nation. Census estimates showed almost 1 in 5 people in Michigan were 65 or older in 2022, and many in this traditionally reliable voting bloc are ready to go to the polls.
It's really important that Michigan is represented in the U.S. Senate by a champion for seniors.
Among top issues for many seniors, the fate of Social Security and Medicare programs. In the race for the state's open U.S. Senate seat, both major party candidates have said they'll move to protect them, where their opponent, they've said, would work against seniors' interests.
On the issue of Medicare, prescription drugs, Social Security, the cost of health care in general for seniors, there's a pretty big difference between me and my opponent.
Democratic Congresswoman Elissa Slotkin facing off against former Republican Congressman Mike Rogers for the seat. Slotkin touting things from her time in Congress, including insulin cost caps for seniors and price transparency. But it's not just her touting past legislative experience.
When I was in the House of Representatives, it was Part D prescription drugs was the first time we had comprehensive drug protection. Was what we did in Congress, saved the seniors thousands and thousands of dollars.
But at the time, back in the early 2000s, Medicare was not allowed to negotiate on the drug prices, a point his opponent has sought to highlight on the campaign trail.
Guess who else negotiates drug prices? Canada, the UK, pretty much every nation in the world, and we pay for their cheaper drugs. Right? They get to negotiate because their governments do it. We didn't. This makes no sense.
But Rogers believes Democrats' plans that included giving the government negotiating power just a few years ago have been too fast and too furious, to the point that costs could backfire onto seniors.
Where do you come down on Medicare negotiating drug prices? What's your take on that?
So the plan that they proposed 10 years ago is very different than the plan they proposed.
Instead, putting out his own idea.
I believe in the average sales price internationally. Right now, let's take Ozempic, is $800 in the U.S., it's $80 in France. My argument is they have to pay more so we can pay less. We should not, as Americans, be subsidizing all of our international partners' drug prices.
And even other simple matters of the economy, Rogers said, can create difficulties for those on fixed income. So a lot more to that conversation there and the issue in this race as a whole. For more on candidate stances and information to help you cast your vote, you can go to 13onyourside.com, and we'll have more from my conversations on this topic on our website later tonight.
All right, Josh, thank you. And now to the race for Michigan's open Senate seat. The two candidates, former U.S. Representative Mike Rogers and current U.S. Representative Elissa Slotkin, will face off in a debate tomorrow night. They're running to replace Senator Debbie Stabenow, who is retiring. The debate will give candidates one last big chance to make their case of why they're the best choice. With less than a month until Election Day, the latest poll from Quinnipiac University has Slotkin leading Rogers by 5 percentage points.